Hello and welcome, this is High Templar, and I wanted to present to you my new video about faction strategy guide. And I will start with Celts. Celts. So, unlike other factions, strategy for Celts, for all the Celts, are actually very similar from one to the other. So, yeah, let's start with the Boyai. And on the example of Boyai, I will also show what is common to the Celts and how do I believe you should play them. And if you remember the history and know Creative Assembly, you would know that they would like you to
Your position
fight
is strong,
them
but your enemies are everywhere.
to work this faction very warlike way. So first things, always with all those factions, just secure promotions. Here, going up to 70% of influence, which gives you lots of research rate, public order, tax rate, you name it. Let's go into those factions research first, then you will notice something. You can get 25% ammunition for all missile units straight away for all those factions. So this is pretty much the same what you are getting with our Eastern factions at the very beginning of the game, and it is supposed to be big bonus, but you are getting it here from day 1, actually day 3. And you also can recruit champions. The only thing you need for ballistas is here, Woodworker, which also gives you bow units. So this is different because most of the units you would research in this tree for our other factions. But still, if you know how, for Boy, I do believe there is no need for researching bow units, but ballistas are useful, and you get them in the same building pretty much. Woodworker here. Now, this tree is something you should be focusing on because the game is pretty much asking you to. You can see that you have stables here, and those stables are giving you heavy horse, or in case of the Nervii, mighty horse, or in case of the Galatians, riders, which all are very good units. And you got it right pretty much from start of the game. 5th turn sixth turn actually. 6th turn you can have those heavy horses or raiders. And here you got -2% for all armies costs. And if you've seen gameplays, if you play the game, you would know that most of what you will be spending will be actually on military. Right now the unit upkeep is 1000, and it will go up and up more units you will recruit. This is a very small army right now. So this will give you some decent boost to economy. Yes, to economy in military tree. And then you have more upkeep and horse range 4. That soon in the game you got your noble horses, your elite units. That soon. And you also get more upkeep costs reduction. And straight away from here to here, only 10 turns, you are getting bronze furance. This is level 4 building that allows you to recruit elite foot units like Oathsworn. It's not working like that for Galatia, but also reduce your upkeep cost. This is something you would see in other factions also, but you don't have to spend that much time on researching this tree. By turn 24 you can have it. Imagine that, having Oathsworn that soon in a game. Also, it gives you village shield maker and village blacksmith. You don't need to research it in separate tree. Alright? So you can have silver upgrades if you have iron, you would say. But actually, all Celtic factions have very easy access to iron. So if you get to the Boii, you would see that they are bordering Pannonia, which has iron, and they are bordering Rhaetii, which also have iron. So 2 irons just here, just by the border. You can have both upgrades for weapons and shields, just like that. And it goes even better because this is 24 turns to do, but it gives you recruitment slots upgrade and decreasing cost of the armies and golden upgrades for weapons and shields. And also these building chains here will give you proving grounds level 3 and here proving grounds level 4. Proving grounds level 3 gives you plus 15 attack and defense for infantry units. So this is more than any building for Hellenic factions, for example, will give you. More than any building in single building, because you need to build 2 of those for Hellenics. And here it's just like that, you have it. And here it's plus 20%. So it's twice as more in single buildings, and you can get it without researching the entire warrior code tree or whatever it's called in Hellenics and Latin factions. So the game is pretty much telling you, go here, go in this tree, research it as fast as possible, because you will have Oathsworn with golden upgrades for attack and defense and plus 20% attack and defense. So those guys will be pretty much unbeatable. Yes, you won't have much economy, but your units will be very strong. War exercises will give you some cool things, but not as important in my opinion. Not as great as in Hellenic factions, when you will also get upgrade buildings here. But still, charge bonus and melee attack, melee defense plus 2% might be something you want. Here you will have some larger ballistas and stuff, not really that important. So let's look at the peaceful trees, civil technologies. Pretty much straightforward cattle farms. Now cattle farms will be something that you would use very much in Celtic, because they don't have ports. So you have to build your money somehow. And Boii have gold from the very beginning, which gives you plus 10% industry world faction-wide, worldwide. So you would want to, for example, get those salt kilns and cattle ranches, which will be really good money bringer for you, and also clay pit is a very good money bringer for you, and public market will boost your cattle ranches, or so this is very important to get those buildings once you will start developing your economy. From here on, not that much great. Yeah, pottery is great, but it's at 8 turns, so it's not bringing you that much money. Here I have coin maker, which is coolish somewhat. Goldsmith is something that brings you some gold, but it's not that great. However, here you will notice that in constructions you are getting very little out of this tree. Normally here you would get a lot of buildings that will bring you a lot of money. Here not so much. You are getting plus 3% wealth from industry here, but it would be much less than other factions will probably get, like plus 7 here, right? So this is for tech tree. I did told you what I think is best. As a Celtic factions, you probably should actually pretty much on any faction you should make your main province a cash cow. Boyai has the worst option of all other because their main province is actually only 2 settlements big, but they have it from the very beginning of the game, so they can boost it and they have food already. So I would go something like this, and I would bring this army up because you have a war with the Swabi. Maybe milk some more money to recruit instead of single slinger or levy freeman. Recruit 2 maybe levy freemen, just 20 more gold you need for that.
Honor the gods and your ancestors.
And attack Swabia as soon as possible. Yes, those guys have a wall, so it won't be cost effective, but this will bring you lots of money, and you will have lots of money in later terms. I would bring your military buildings in Swabia because you will have this building at the very beginning, so all you have to do is build, so you can build those military boosting buildings here and then just get another settlement and start recruiting units here and do a tax collecting here. So yeah, there's also a very cool thing that you might want to use is migration. Actually, you can switch it, you can buy more troops on the second turn and only go for on the third for attack, and it will gives you not only minus 15 unit recruitment cost but also plus growth. So this is another pointer how you should play. You should first build this and then you will have a decrease in unit recruitment cost, right? So this is for the Boyai. I would attack mostly Celtic nations first because you won't have to stay there to put up the Celtic culture, and do here and here, and then see what will happen. So the other factions will do very quickly. Arverni is the faction that gave Caesar some problems during their Gaul campaign. Now you will notice that those guys also start very close to one of the
Your old rival.
to one iron, but this guy is your supporter, your ally. So for iron you need to wait for those guys 10 turns and then take them over or allow somebody else to kill them like Vision SS, and then rush in when they lose their homes to get it, and then go here. Here to Korea for the other iron. Should be fairly straightforward. Same story with the buildings. All the cells don't have trading ports, so this is huge hit on their economy. They have a war with those guys, so again, the same as with the Boya, you will have two province capitals from the very beginning of the game.
to serve
and
the
you should
people
probably
of
put
Gaul.
this one to money production and this one to military production. Used to be better to do military production here, but now the iron works for your entire empire, so you can go there.
For
You
the
don't have to
tribe.
buy units where you have iron to get this boost. Same story, you know, promotions. 70%. This guy is 18, so you will be able to promote him on the turn 3.
Gaul is
Don't
mother
forget
to
that.
us all.
2
I live to
Oathsworn,
serve the
starting the
people
game
of
with
the
2
gods
Oathsworn,
and
very
your
useful.
ancestors.
Just, you know, the same gold you will have, and those guys even have more boost to industry. So keep that industry working, then you can through Riotia you can go straight to Boyai, defeat them and get another gold boost. So this is more gold and more industry
First for
basically.
battle.
And you should pretty much do the same with the Boyai also. So secure this province, secure Celtica for military production. Wait for the few turns because your money will be very
For
low,
the
and
tribe.
buildings that
Gaul
gives
is
you,
mother to us all.
for example, horses cost a lot. So you probably want to attack those guys as fast as possible, but those guys may be on 7th round or 8th round, so they can build their buildings before you can attack them. And in that time you can just build up your economy, because you won't have, because once you start recruiting you won't have money for building economy. Only when you will secure this province you will start getting money again basically. So by the turn 20, if you play it right, by the turn 21 you break this on the turn 10, because you can see now if I talk to those
You
guys,
honor us. There is food enough
10
for two
turns you need
armies
to wait,
awaiting us.
and then more turns you need to wait to, you can just attack straight away. You will still lose your
Warriors
ground
all.
politically, and you don't want to do that. Once you secure this port, because this port doesn't work for whatever reasons, but once you secure this port you should send your ships everywhere, and once you secure this port you can start making trade deals, which will be a huge money bringer for you. You should really focus on that,
For the
because
tribe.
like I said, not many other money bringers for you for a long time. Nervii, very similar strategy. You are very close to both Averni and Boyai. You should take them. You should take them out. They are Celtics. They will have similar culture. You won't have to transform this culture. They have gold. There is iron.
As the most
Yeah. There is iron just here. Sorry, just here and here. So you need some more attacks. You should also use Celtic factions. Do objectives, because those brings you a lot of money. You will be getting very little money, so you know, be at war with two factions will bring you 1000, which is very useful. You already have this defensive alliance, so you probably won't be able to take because those guys starting with a very small province, bordering very small province, so getting this objectives done would be very easy if you wouldn't, and hold us one province in Magna Romagna. So it will be very easy to get this money for completing these objectives, and then another objective is 60 military units, which is also very easy. So you can get like attack here, take it, and then attack right in Noricum, secure this secure this iron, and it will allow you to go into Celtica and Aquitania, secure another iron, but you will already have some money from completing this objective if you hold this and this, basically.
Warriors all!
Now, slightly, and you don't remember to secure those promotions. Both generals, in all those factions, both generals are in your family. Very, very, very useful, very useful. And you can spend more on units from the very beginning, because as you can see, you are starting without gold or anything like that, but it gives you research rate, which is very useful. And those guys, if you build military building here, actually no, you should probably build here for money, right? But either way, the next province you will take, you should focus on military. You can do it levy freemen and slingers for now, and 2 Oathsworn.
Ready for
Or you
battle.
can recruit another general or 2 for this cab, which is very useful also. Yeah, recruit generals when you need them, and disband this army after the attack, so you can get those free Oathsworn or free noble cab. Now the last faction is Galatia, and they are slightly different because they don't have Oathsworn, but they do have a very good tier 3 sword unit. Also, you need to be aware that Boyai don't have chosen swords on level 3 military buildings. They have then they have it on level 4 with Oathsworn. So you pretty much won't be using them
Settling
because,
far
you
from
know,
your ancestral
you can have
homeland in the
Oathsworn.
west.
Why would you choose sword followers?
Ready for battle.
They are not that good. This will be really last ditch effort to get
Honor the
sword
gods
followers,
and
because
your ancestors.
it's really more worth it to get Oathsworn. Just more Oathsworn. Now those guys start with very nice start with a very nice 4 settlements place province, and they don't have a war with anyone. They actually have a defensive alliance with Pontus, and you need to control 2 provinces, research sacred groves, and hold entirety of Galatia and Cappadocia, which will be very easy to do. But you will have Cappadocia is one of those, so you should attack them straight away and go to here as fast as possible. And you have everything, because this is minor faction. They have like 4 units. You can go with this and this. You have more than enough to take out those guys on the plains. You are not starting with those one because you don't have those guys, unfortunately. But you can have noble horses.
Gaul is mother to us all.
And Iconium for last, because this is satrapy of Seleucids, so it will be problematic. But you have iron here from the very beginning. And if you see the map, you will see that here is Armenia, which also have iron. So again, access to 2 irons from the very beginning of the game, right? And you don't need to, you probably should develop this tree up to here, because in here you have your legionnaires, in here you have horse ranch. You don't need to develop here. You should, because you don't have Oathsworn. You don't need to, but you should still, because of the money, because of the iron upgrades. But you have unique opportunity to get some Hellenic ports here in you know, Nicodemia and Asia and here, and those will bring you more money than any building you can build by yourself. So you probably should not convert them to anything, right? Yeah, securing, no. As always, maniacally, do secure that promotions to get those bonuses. You are starting with, you can actually, you might want to build this here if you want, then build the cattle farm if you want,
Honor the
but you
gods
also
and your
you can also do
ancestors.
this. You can also do
Honor
move this guy
July
here,
and your ancestors.
move this guy here,
Stragglers will be left behind.
and
Ready for
recruit.
battle.
Sorry,
The way is blocked.
that's silly. Oh yeah, they don't have Galatian swords here. They have Galatian swords in here. Yeah. So either way,
For the
you
tribe.
cannot recruit warriors right away, but still those guys should be more than enough to take out those. You will have to use those freemen because those guys have Cappadocian cap, right? So yeah, this is pretty much what I wanted to share with you. How you are supposed to play with those guys, and the next objective is also always get 60 units. So this is very easy to do if you make your main province a cash cow. This is quite easy to do, and you can do like a coin maker here, which will bring you money from the industry. You don't have gold, but you have rich neighbors, so you can use that. Yeah, so I guess this is it, and see you guys in the next episode.